guys, if you're enjoying the weather, whew, and I forgot to bring water in with me. What am I like? But anyway, it is what it is. What are we talking about? We're talking about the dream state. We wait till YouTube is up and running. Wait till YouTube is up and running. Whew. And I forgot to bring water in with me. What am I like? But anyway, it is what it is. What are we talking about? We're talking about the dream state. I think I'm a bit behind on one of these, so like you're gonna have to bear with me till YouTube's up and running. Okay. I hope you can hear me. I've turned down my sound now because I was duplicating everything. So let's talk about the dream state and sacred rest. That's what we're talking about. And I was asked on the live I did last week on YouTube and Facebook to start channeling galactic energies. So this is it. I'm going live. Okay, we're going live. That's okay. So dream state, sacred rest. So that's what they wanted to bring through. So sacred rest, what does that mean? In my head, what I've been taught by my mentor is sacred rest means that you are able to lounge on the couch because you need that time. You're exhausted, you're overwhelmed, you need that time out. Example being, and I'll bring up the example from me, is that something happened to my body because I refused to sacred rest. I had the morning when I woke up, sacred rest, and I chose not to do it. Okay, so this is a bit about my story first. And basically it was like I was working 7 days, I had a day off and I was working another 5 days. So you know yourself, when you're working that many hours, you're like, need to do my washing, need to get some shopping done, I need to clean the house, I need to do this, I need to do that. Yeah, well, isn't this good? Because Zoe heard when she woke up in her mind, because sometimes, yeah, it's a bit difficult to explain when you're channeling things, but this morning I heard in my head sacred rest. And I got up and I was like, yeah, okay. So what happened? I had breakfast, getting my coffee, my mouth felt a bit strange. And I went up to the mirror and half my face was frozen. And I was like, well, that'll teach me not to rest, won't it? I'm not saying that's going to happen to you. What I'm saying is, if we don't listen to the things that's being asked of us, I'm not saying there's always consequences, but sometimes you're being stopped in your tracks because you will not listen. I don't know if anyone's gone through that. Let me know if you have, and if I can see any comments on here. I don't even know where that is on my device, but I will find it. I'm not sure, but we'll find it if there's any comments. Yeah, comments are there. That's all right. So sometimes our body tells us what to do. So last week on the live, I was told you need to start channeling the galactic energies. I could pick up the cards and I can tell you exactly what is going on and for you. Okay. So let's do this. I haven't pulled any cards. I've got the cards I have been drawn to with me. So basically, I'm just going to start sacred rest and the dream state, what wants to come through. So let's just get some cards on the go and see what is wanting to come through for us. What's wanting to come through? Okay. And this one. Oh, okay. So where do we go when we dream? We go into, and I'm hearing this for the first time, same as you guys. It's coming through at the same time. So the card I got, what I'm hearing is sometimes we go into a place where time stands still. Wow, time stands still. And it is that I'm telling you about, because I got this, look, the ghost lands. And it's like time stands still, it's frozen in time. Like no such thing as time. Oh my gosh, there we go. No such thing as time when you go into the dream state. See, I'm getting this at the same time as you guys are getting it. No such thing as time in the dream state, or in, what else do they call it? The alpha? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I mean, you tell me. It's just like when we go into our dreams, it's like, yeah, time has gone. What do we do in our dreams? Is that a question that we should be asking? What do we do in our dreams? Because what I'm getting out is there's a couple of things that could happen. It's one, you've got the strength to realize what that dream is and what it's about for yourself. Or two, you just like, it's like if you do remember, your world falls apart. It's like your existing reality does not, it's not the same. Okay. And it's like you either have the strength to realize and what's going on in your dream. So some people could call that astral traveling, that they're remembering their dreams at the time. And other people is like, I don't want to remember anything. I'm just like, don't want to know. Okay, so that's basically what I'm getting at the moment. But the biggest message there is like, time is non-existent in our dream state. Okay, so let's see what else comes through. I'm feeling as well that you can plant seeds in your dream state. You can, time is non-existent. So whether you're dreaming or awake or anything like that, you're being told basically that you can plant the seeds in your dream state too. You can sort of like, we all have intentions. We all have, forgive the pun, the dreams, don't we? And the goals that we want to achieve. So it's like, I'm being also shown that like we can plant those seeds to grow in our everyday waking world. So that, to me, that's like, be very conscious of what you're doing before you go into your dream state. Be very conscious of your thoughts. Because the more you focus on something, it comes true. That's just the way energy works. But anyway, let's see what else. What else do we need to know about our dream state? You okay, so what I'm being told now is that like everything is a mirror of your waking world. Everything is, it's just like, it's the galactic version of you. It's the soul consciousness, whatever you believe in, right? Okay, it's the consciousness of you. That's what's in your dream state. And it's like you will have everything in that dream state. And what I mean by everything is what we now call our gifts, like our psychic gifts, our clairvoyance, all the clairs, or also the empathic ones, the telepathic ones. It's like you have all those abilities in your dream state. So they are already within you because everything is a reflection of you. So this is like saying, is like, in your dream state, you can do anything. This is why I was getting, you can have the strength to remember who you are as a soul or consciousness or whatever you want to call it, starseed, whatever you want to call it. You can have the strength to remember, to know that you are this all-powerful being, or you won't remember because you're just not able to handle that in the real life. I don't know what real life is. In your waking state. I'll say it that way, in your waking state. So it's like you have all your gifts already. It's just that in your dream state, you have them all the time. It's like, well, we have them all the time anyway, but if you want to remember what you can do. Okay, so an example that I had, this makes sense to me now, is that in my dream, one of my dreams, I remember being in this town and it looked like somebody was picking on somebody else. Like, yeah, it wasn't good. Anyway, it was like they were picking or arguing with somebody else. And in my dream, I levitated and wings came out of my back. And I went, whoa, cool. And I could see all around me. I mean, I love stuff like that. So I'm like, whoa, cool. But I remember that because I'm able to handle that. I'm able to understand what that is in my waking life. So if you're following along in the channel, you'll have seen that a few days ago. It's like where everything's a reflection of you, and like basically the levitation was in there. Okay. You will also in your dream state go and remember who you are and where you came from, your starseed origin. Okay. This is what you're being shown as well, is that like wherever you go in your dream state, you will remember your starseed origin, where you came from as a soul. If you choose to believe it, it's a different thing. We'll get into that afterwards. This is what is basically, I'm being told, is potentially happening in your dream state. So, any more from this? Yeah. You will have all your gifts, your psychic abilities, your whatever you want to call them. You will remember who you are, where you came from, your star family. Anything else? I feel like as well you'll know your purpose. I'm seeing here, it's like you'll see yourself from your, oh gosh, some of you will see your this is a reading for somebody, but this wasn't meant to be a reading. It was meant to be like what's coming through. But somebody needs to know that like you'll be given a remembrance of what planet you came from, what universe, what solar system, whatever you want to call them. It may not be this universe. It could be, or solar system, it could be another one. But you will see a reflection of who you are, because time doesn't exist in the dream state, who you are in that other world, planet, whatever you want to call it. And it's like you'll also see why you chose to come here. You'll also see why you chose to come here to this planet at this time. I'm getting Orion for some reasons. There's Orion around people, as in like some of you have come from some of the planets that form Orion. Is there a star or something in there called Mintaka? I think it's Mintaka. There's a lot of water in that planet. I know there's a lot of water on this planet, but like I'm feeling that because it's more, I'm seeing more blue, that some of you are from there. Okay. Ooh. What else do we need to know about the dream state? Okay. Well, there's a lot of blue. There's a lot of blue around us. Look, I just want to show you a lot of blue. Living in these guys. Look, there's blue everywhere. So what else do we need to know? I feel like this one is saying to me, magic mirror on the wall, or mirror, mirror on the wall. Whoa, have I just gone through like a what's that thing that they call it? The mandala effect. Magic mirror on the wall. Is it mirror, mirror on the wall? I don't know. Whoa, I'm in both worlds there at the minute. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. Anyway, mirror, mirror on the wall. But it's not like, hey, look at me. It's like you've got the ability to change the vibration or the energy, the frequency in your dream state. Wow. You've got the ability in your dream state, and my hands are off the charts now. That means that you can do this in the waking world as well, as in you've got the ability to change the frequency of your current reality. now I'm going to pull that. Okay, pull back a minute. Okay, before I get to others. Oof. You cannot change somebody else's outcome. You cannot force somebody else's outcome. And I'm saying that as me, um, because I'm feeling that the energy I was getting was I'm channeling them. Um, and I'm going to say this now, you cannot force or change somebody else's outcome. You can share your vibration with them with no intention, no expectation, just being and standing in your own power. So this is what, and my hands are off the charts at the minute. So like, this is like, you can change the vibration of your, or the frequency of your environment to produce your outcome. We know this anyway, but what they're saying is in your dream state, you can do this too. So some of you are going to be, okay, so some of you are going to be initiated into different councils. I see, it's like, and it's going to be the end of the world as you know it. That's what I'm feeling. This is what I'm being told to tell you. Is like some of you are going to be initiated into different councils to support the growth of humanity, and it's going to be the end of the world as you know it. It's going to be the end of your current reality as you know it, as in like your life will not be the same once you get this initiation. I do feel the energies that are working with us at the moment, galactic wise, is that like they are also coming to help with the vibration and the frequency of the planet to support them and humanity. But this is like you yourself can change your, when you, oh gosh, my hands are literally jumping off the chart. When you change your vibration, your reality around you and come from a loving space, because everything comes from your heart space. When you do that, it's like the initiation will then take place. The initiation will take place and you will get, because I've seen that at the beginning, I think it's like, I feel like your starseed, like remembrance, your galactic remembrance, where you came from, everything's going to come flooding back. So like I said, you'll remember why you came to this planet. So it's like you signed a contract coming back to this planet. It's like you're getting an initiation into these councils. And from what I've heard, because I get taught by people, like, but I still have a knowing within myself and I still channel for myself. So it's like anytime I've done card readings, it was always like, I don't know where the information comes from, I just know it's right. Okay, because you have to believe in yourself, you have to trust in yourself. But from what I'm getting from my mentor is that anything that's blue, you've got blue, like you've got Atlanteans, you've got things like that, don't get me wrong, but the blue that's coming in, if they come in form of orbs, because I'm seeing that here, is that they are called the Umbranth, and they're coming in to support the collective at the moment. But yeah, I do feel that it's like you're going from one stage into the next, as in your reality will change quite a bit. Oof. Okay, so what's coming up now? What else do we need to know? Okay, they wanted to come out. Let's see what we've got. Oh, some of you have also got the Factori working with you. Factorians, they're the avians, like the blue and gold avians working with you. I feel like there's going to be a cleansing in your dream state. Okay, so I just want to step back a little bit, because what I'm feeling now at the moment is the understanding is whatever happens in our dream state is a reflection of us in our waking state, if we remember, if we choose to remember. So there's a lot I'm talking about what's happening in your dream state. This is going to reflect back to you in your waking state if you choose to remember, if you choose to do the work on yourself, like healing work and like inner child work and like look after yourself, things like that. Okay. You need to have the higher vibration. Now, I don't mean like all love and light all the time. I mean, you've got to keep yourself at a frequency that basically matches what's coming in for you. So you will not get anything through and you will not receive anything that you are not able to handle. I'm going to say it like that because from my point of view, I don't believe in good or bad or anything like that. I don't believe there's any energetic force that I can't handle that is bad. So like people say, spirit, oh no, can't handle that. It's not about that. Because at the end of the day, this is everything is energy. I've always seen it like this. Everything is energy. So you can only reflect back what you are. So if you believe that something is bad coming in, then you'll receive bad coming in. Okay, that's the way I see it. Can I pick up on what somebody was like in their waking life? Yes, I can do that because you're picking up what their energy was like at the time. But when you go to consciousness, which is your dream state, which is like your soul, starseed essence, it's neutral. There's no good, bad, evil, or anything else. It's neutral. It's all energy. So, oh gosh. Sorry. So yeah, so there's going to be a cleansing, I feel, in your dream states. Like I said, this is like only when you, and you'll only remember it if you choose to. Okay. And that's a choice as well, going into your sleep, is if you choose to remember it. Okay. Anything else from that? Do I talk about that? Okay. So part of, I suppose, like an initiation is there is, do you know, like, I'm going to say this, right? Okay. If you don't know this, don't watch a movie or something like that. You are being told in the movies, in TV shows, or you're being told basically what's there for you in the movies. So the fountain of youth. Let's just look at it like that. The fountain of youth. So the fountain of youth could be, they say it's a myth. There's like this fountain that's there that when you drink the water, it's like you go all young and like whatever. Your frequency, the higher it gets, makes you look younger. Okay. So there is this cleansing that we said that is going to potentially happen for you, and it'll happen, but you'll only remember it when you choose to. Is that this cleansing that's about to, well, that could potentially happen now, because this is being told for a reason, as in like this is coming through now for you if you choose it. And it's like there's this sacred pool, shall we say, that you can be invited to, or you'll be at. But if you are not at the right frequency, you will not go into it. It's like the fountain of youth. It's like it helps you to restore, it helps you to heal, it helps you to have rejuvenation and things like that. It's like it just from a cellular level, as in the consciousness level, it will help you with that. And it's like that is ready for anyone who's willing to take that or be there. That's ready now. Okay. What else do we need? Tell me how you're feeling about this anyway, because this is just like way crazy. But it's not crazy because I love it, because like talk to me all day about this and I'll like be there. But anyway, there's a lot of information here. Okay. Okay. Now I see where you're going with this one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So where they want to go next is you can only get to this place in your dream state and start remembering when you cut out all the crap out of your life. I'll say it like that, the toxic shit out of your life. This is because I got this hostilities, and that's how I know that you're only going to get to a place where you're going to remember, where you're going to be given access to this magic pool, or the sacred pool, should I say, to remember where you came from, to I'm getting that. Oof, okay. Sometimes when I channel energy, it's like either water comes, it's like bubbly water, lymphatic system, okay, or I get like a sickly feeling, like I want to throw up. So you're gonna have to bear with me sometimes, because I feel like I want to throw up at the moment. So what was I saying? Okay, so you can only be, if you are not at the right vibration, like I said, if you've got stuff going on in your waking life that does not serve you at the moment, you will not get there. You will not, you will remember dreams, but that's, your dreams will be remembered to, your dreams will be remembered by you, for you. I'll say it like that. Will be remembered by you, for you. As in, what happens in your dream state is a reflection of what needs to be fixed or healed or transmuted or released, depending on what it is, in your waking state. That's the way that works. So it's like, until you are at that vibration. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be fully perfect and like, or be fully healed, because that's never going to happen. Okay. I've worked on myself an awful lot, and I know, and I do know, based on what the information that I'm channeling through myself, that you will never ever be fully healed. It's an ongoing process, because when you get to a certain level and you ascend a little bit, there's another layer of, well, you need to fix this. And recent thing, go and look at my video. Oh no, it's probably on my other channel, but on my other channel, I've spoken about that, because we're not always fully healed. Your nervous system feels like it's sometimes under threat, so it stops you from moving forward into the things that you want to move forward with, because it doesn't feel safe. So until you get that sort of like regulated, then these things will not happen for you. That's what I'm being told. It's like, these things will not happen for you. You have to have balance in your life. You have to have a balance of everything in your life. So when we talk about balance, we talk about the 4 bodies, which is why I talk about the emotional body, because that is the thing that keeps you stuck. That's the thing first that says, actually, Joe, if my emotions are not right, which is your frequency, then all this stuff doesn't happen anyway. Which is why I have the emotional body course, because it's to help you to basically balance your emotions. So I've said for a long time, you need to balance your thoughts and take your thoughts and put them into your head. So you need to balance your heart and your hearts and minds. Don't you hear that a lot? It's like, you've got to win the hearts and minds of people. Okay. You have to balance them. How do we get into this state? And I don't mean just to fall asleep overnight, because I'm also hearing about the sacred rest part, is that there's a meditation. Well, I don't like calling it meditation, because I don't feel like I meditate. I feel like you class it as daydream, because I get information through when I'm driving a van for work. I get information through whenever I'm pulling cards. Okay. But I feel like for the people who don't or can't sit there and go, "Ooh, come by art," because that's not me. It's like, you've heard of candle gazing. Okay. You've heard of like just gazing in general, like sun gazing or things like that. Is like, if you do that type of like meditation, my mentor calls it no thing, as in like, there's everything in the nothing. There's everything in the no thing. Okay. And this is saying to me, you need to find something that you can gaze upon. Okay. Because I see this man on this card here, and he's gazing at the crystal. But I feel like it's something that you need to, there's something you need to focus on that stops your mind from being distracted. So to get into the no thing, it's just to, and this is about, the no thing is about not labeling that thing. So if you're doing candle gazing, you don't always sit there and be like, oh, you're a flame, you're a candle, like this. You don't, you just gaze at it and there's nothing in your mind. So you need to do what's right for you, because that will then bring you into the no thing, which you will get more information to help you. So this isn't just about your dream state. Like I said, this is about also resting. So how many of you, and you can put it in the comments or whatever you want to do, and how many of you actually can sit on the couch and just do nothing and not feel guilty about it? I don't know, can maybe some of you? Sometimes, not always, because we've been taught that, like, what are you doing sitting there? You're being lazy. Everything that we've been taught is the opposite. Okay, so it's like you're being advised at the moment to say you can sit there and be no thing because you're resting your body. You need that rest and be in the state of not distracting yourself. So I don't mean like, oh, I'm sitting on the couch and I'm playing games. No, it doesn't work like that. That's not what I mean. This is literally doing nothing. I don't know. It's your choice about whether you want to or not, but let's see what else needs to come through. Ooh. What else needs to come through? Where are we? Anything else? Well, hey, we all want to come out now. We all want to come out now. Oh, and that one at the bottom. Okay, so I feel like with this, when we're talking about the dream state, this is like I'm being sort of like shown how for you to nurture yourself, for you to be able to remember what's going on in your dreams, um, in the waking world. Okay, so how do I say that? So we're trying to, we want to know what the dream state is. It's related to your waking life. It's a reflection of you. But what we're trying to do is, because everything happens in the no thing or the astral dreamland, Neverland, whatever. So it's like, I think what they're trying to say now is like, this is how you go about nurturing yourself, looking after yourself so that you can start remembering these things to help you to move forward, to help you to evolve, to help you to ascend, whatever you want to call it, to help you to remember who you are. So what you're being asked now is like, what do you do to nurture all your bodies? So do you move your body, exercise, dance, go for a walk? Do you look after your body as in your food wise? What do you put in your body? What do you do with your mind? What do you do to sort of like, do you educate it? Do you go into the no things so you can get any information? What do you do with your mind to sort of like to manage your mind so it's not overthinking all the time? What do you do with your emotions? So that's like your inner child and things like that. So what are you doing with that to actually work on the healing that you need to work on? So I'm just going to stick with those 4 bodies at the moment. But it's like, what do you do? Do you, because I remember this when the empath part of me, I started to remember that part. I was picking up on people's backaches. I was picking up on all this energy. And I was like, I felt it was overwhelming at the time, because that's the way we were taught. You're picking up on everybody's energy. And it's like, oh, you just don't know what's yours, what's not yours. But then it got to a stage where I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it anymore. I could not take this energy because it's exhausting. I'm not picking up on people's energy anymore. I'm not doing it. Until I learned to control it. And I hate that word, but like you have to learn to control it. So that's remembering that, like, whatever you're picking up on. So I do a reading with somebody and they're like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? And they're like, I'm in the dentist later today. You can pick up on what's happening with people's bodies. That's what being an empath is. And I figured that out, that it was like, actually, this is a good thing. Because if I know what's wrong with people, as in like what illnesses, what diseases, what's going on in their body, surely I can support people and help people that way. Now, I don't force myself on people, obviously. But at least then if something comes through and they don't know about it, I can support them and help them with it. Yeah. And I was like, that's actually a good thing. And it's not my energy, it's their energy. So I don't have to hold on to it. And this is what you're being told. If there are times when you can pick up on, because I was like, I'm not going into crowds, people. No, don't do it. If you are looking after your bodies, if you then realize that actually, I can pick up on people's energy, but it's not mine to hold on to. So it's not affecting my body at all. Because I do remember that when people were like, are you not tired after you've done all them readings? And I'm like, no, why would I be? Because they're allowing other people's energy. Because anytime we come in contact with somebody, basically what happens is our energetic force fields overlap. What do you want to call them? Auras, whatever you want to call them. It's basically, we're all energy. And we've got all these layers of us. And I don't mean physical layers, I mean energetic layers, that when they come into contact with somebody else, that's how, when you're in a group of people, everybody can be exactly the same. Because you're like, or whoever's is the predominant energy will go, especially if they've like been in that environment with people, is that like that will then go on to that next person. So think about it. If you've been in a place where everyone's happy and jolly, what happens to you? You're happy and jolly. Or what happens when you're in a place where, do you know, when you've gone into a place, you go, oh my God, I can cut that atmosphere with a knife. You feel it. You feel it. Okay. So, and it's not your energy, it's you're picking up the energy of everybody else. That's what an empath is. Okay. So it's like, it's realizing that this is, what are you doing to look after yourself? Well, you can still pick up on that energy because it supports and helps people. And what I've been telling people lately is, and I don't care what people say, go and watch K-pop Demon Hunter. If you want to really know what's going on in the world and how they control you, go and watch K-pop Demon Hunter. Cosmic art out everywhere. Just a saying. Anyway. Now, there is also a myth, and you choose what you want to do for yourself, because I used to do it too, where you have to protect yourself. And then I got to the stage I was like, I don't get it. Why do I ever need to protect myself? Okay. So everyone's like, oh no, you need to cut the cords with this person. You need to do that. You need to do the cleansing. You need to do the ritual thing, like to get rid of all this energy out of your vortex. Okay. So what we've just said was the water. Did you see the water's coming out now? That's me picking up on higher energies. Okay. So I've just said anyone's energy vortex that you go into is not your energy. You may feel it, but you do not have to hold on to it. Okay. So what are you protecting yourself from? What do you need to protect yourself from? I think that there's you can have an expectation that, like, when you're going to sleep, that you want inner peace, you want a good night's rest, whatever it is that you want. Okay. Some people protect themselves going into the sleep. You're never, if you're going to do that, you're never going to get any information through. I'm going to tell you that now. You will never get any information through because you're putting up a barrier. Putting up a barrier around you. And if you do that during the day too, because, and I'm not saying that this doesn't work, okay? I'm not saying, but I remember that this was a thing that I went through. It's part of the ascension process. It's something I went through that I got taught about the mirror, about the mirrors to reflect back that person, okay? So, and because it was my belief, it came true for me. So I'll give you the example of the mirror. I used to work in a place where there was one person especially that was a little bit toxic, we'll just say, angry at life. I don't know why, but it was like I felt like, oh my gosh, it's this person today. So my energy's down straight away. But then I heard somebody said if you place mirrors all around you but have them facing outwards, it'll reflect back to them what they are doing. And I was like, okay, that sounds cool. So I was like, well, let's try it. Let's try it. So I did it. And to be honest with you, that person was not as toxic every time I see them. And I was like, whoa, that works. That's cool. So I suppose, is that a protective barrier that stops energy coming through to you? Possibly. But there's also the side of it that, like, there's the law of correspondence. There's 12 universal laws or principles or whatever you want to call them. 12 universal laws that one of them is a law of correspondence where everything is a reflection of you. So if I was feeling, it could have been the empathic thing, but if I was feeling that something triggered me from that person, then something within me that I have to fix. So you going around cutting cords and protecting selves and things like that, I feel like you're blocking what is meant for you. You've got a barrier up that is saying, who knew? Don't want that. No thanks. So if you want to know what's happening in your dream state, stop protecting yourself. You want to know what's happening in your current waking reality, stop protecting yourself. What are you protecting yourself from? It's a belief. So if you believe, like I said, people believe spirit's bad. I believe it's an energy form that, like, it's a remembrance because you are them. You're just picking up on their energy. So if people believe the spirit's bad, they feel like they need to protect themselves. And I'm just saying, you do you. That's all I'm saying, is you do whatever you feel is right for you. But what this is saying is, if you want to remember your dreams, if you want to remember who you are, you do not need to protect yourself. You need to look after yourself, but you don't need to protect yourself. There's a difference, okay? And then the next thing is, and this is what's happening about what you can do for you, okay? This is this part of it. Okay, is that some of you need support. I remember having I've done sound healings, I've done card read. Other people have taught me, or read cards for me, should I say? Sorry. And I was always getting, you're more powerful than you even realize. And I was like, but what does that mean? What does that mean? Because I don't know. Ask for help. That's what I was getting given. I was like, who on earth am I asking for help from? Is it spirit guides? Is it angels? Is it like, I mean, I don't freaking know, do I? I was like, what do you mean? It was never explained to me. So it was like, yeah, I'm this powerful soul, but so are we all, by the way. And it's like, but we give our power to other people. But this is saying, if you want to really get to the stage of, I want to know who I am, I want to do the work, I've done so much work and still things are like the same for me. I need support and I need help. No, I wasn't plugging anything on this, but there are links in the there are links there that you can go and check out, or go and check out my website, because I can support you that way. But that's not what this is about. It's about, you're being asked though, is if you feel like you cannot do it alone, you need to find the group of people, the one person who is your mentor that is going to help you. You need to get yourself around. What do they say? The 5 people that you hang around with the most is what you are going to be like. So go and have a look around you and your environment and things like that. Who are you hanging around with and what are they like? Because that's what they're saying. So I know I've changed different groups because I've leveled up in different ways. Okay. So first of all, it was like I found a group of people who I thought, yeah, this is cool. But it was like I felt it was more of a truther type of movement, like what's going on in the world and what are we doing about it? Whereas like when I evolved through that, because I had to still go through that because everything's happening for me, is like then and now I'm in with a group of people who are so tuned in to things and working on themselves all the time that it feels good. Do you know what I mean? You need to surround yourself with a group of people that you resonate with and who resonate with you or can help you and support you on your journey. Because when you get people who can witness you and what you're going through, that's all that matters. That will help you to grow. Okay, where else are we going after this? Any other messages from this? So, oof, where are we going after this? Well, there's just the one I was told. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting the blue coming out again. Look, see the blue orb there, look. So this is saying if there's something within your life that you feel like you need to talk about, because blue is also to me is about the throat chakra, and these umbrants that are coming through, I feel because they're coming through in a blue version, and blue to me always reminds me of the throat chakra, which is like you need to get your voice out there. I've gone and done card readings, I've done different things like that, but like it's like any personal and online, but now it's like this is a different version of me that I'm putting out there. And I'm like, do you know what? It's needed. If I'm asked to do something now, and I'm not like a pushover and I won't just always do it, but if it feels right within you, you're being asked to do it. So what this is saying to me is like, you're getting all this energy in and all this information, but it's like, what do I do with it? How do I get it out? That's what I'm feeling with this. You can see the card, like it's like you can see the energy is coming in. It's like a plasmic vortex coming in for you, but then it's like I'm just got it all around me and I don't know what to do. This is where I feel you're being asked. You will be given information in your dream state if you do the work. If you want to remember, this will happen for you in your dream state. Okay, but I will say, and this is why it was brought up about how you are going to work on you. You need to find a group of people who can help you. If there is something that you're going through that you want to get out, that is like, and I don't mean toxic and stuff like that. I don't mean like venting or ranting at somebody. It's like, I'm going through this. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm going to do about it. Can you just listen to what I have to say? You need that person. You need that person to talk to voice whatever it is that you're going through. And like I said, you need somebody who's there that has got no judgment, who is willing to listen and basically go through each of these steps with you. It's to guide you, to be your teacher and your mentor. And it's like, you're being asked, do you need to find this person? You need to find this group of people, whatever it may be for you. You're being asked to do that because you're whatever you're holding on to in your body. This is what happens if we do not transmute that energy or release that energy. This is where the pain, this is where the Bell's palsy come in. This is where the because I know what this is about. Just think about what's the right hand side of your face is like masculine. Okay. You're being asked basically to work on you for you so that you can ascend, especially if you are wanting to know what's going on for you. Galactic. Okay. This is a lot of energy and the heat. I'm grateful of the heat, but OMG, it's like mind blowing. Oh, okay. So Do you remember at the beginning we were like, everything's falling apart, everything's splitting, and I don't understand it all. But now it's like, ta-da! The blue, look, the blue, I had blue today. Look, should carry up the orb, like the blue orb. Where is it? There. They're here to work with you. They're here to support you. They're here to guide you, as in, like, not tell you what to do, because that's a bit different. I got the guidance through me to do this live call tonight. And I was like, well, I'm going there, aren't I? I know it'd been coming for a while, but it was like, I'm going there, aren't I? Okay. So we can get into a stage of, and I'm very surprised I haven't done it on this call, but like about 4 or 5 years ago, I started talking and I don't even know what came out of my mouth. It was like gibberish. And I was like, well, where did that come from? That was weird. And every so often it would happen. And then more regular, and then more regular. And I get so confused. And I'd be like, what am I doing? And the people around me started to do it too. Okay. I was like, cool. But then go and watch TV shows. I started watching because I was drawn to watch it was Stargate SG1. And I was like, okay, there's a reason for this. Obviously, the portals, because I love all that stuff. I know I'm a portal, and we've got portal to channel and things like that. And I was like, okay, so, and it was a while into it. And the message that came through with one of the ones was, and I don't know whether you remember this, and I'll explain a little bit about it, was Jack O'Neill. They were in this little tiny room. There was something on the floor, but when they stood on something on the floor, this big head or big round thing came out. He put his head into it and it held on to him, and then he started talking gibberish afterwards. Do you remember? Go and watch it. I can't remember what it's called, but like, do you remember? And I was like, oh, that's what happens with me, as I'm nearly bubbling again. That's what happens with me. What's that all about? He's taken on all the information that he remembers for everything, consciousness, all in one go. So it's like he basically remembers everything that he can't talk human. And I was like, oh, that's what that is. I was like, so I get shown these things. Go and watch this because you're going to learn stuff from it. That's what it is. And then I start seeing other people doing it. I'm like, hey, I know where you're up to. It's cool. But this is what I'm right. Okay. So the whole purpose of this dream state is don't get carried away, Zoe. Don't always get carried away with just being in the galactic or being in the dream state or being in the sacred rest or being in the, I don't want to know what's going on in life, because you're still a human being. I got a balancing act there. Look, we still have to be the human being. Okay. So you still have to live your life on this planet. You chose to come here. Go and remember why. So you chose this. So you've got to be a human being plus take on these energies if you choose to. You do not have to choose to. It's your choice. Okay. Everything's a choice. And then I'm getting this person is like, for you to remember, the only person you can remember, oh my gosh, that wasn't the message that was coming through first, but now it's coming through because it's an elephant. The only person you can remember is you. You are the only person. You can have people help you and support you and guide you, have a mentor, but they cannot remember for you. I feel like I want to throw up now, which is the big energy now coming in. This is about you. The only person who can help you or change you or do anything for you is you. And that one ring circus that I've seen, because I was like, okay, you don't have to do it alone. Yeah, you do. To a degree. And that's why I'm saying you can get a group of people who are going through the same things. You can go and find a mentor who can help and support you to remember, but only you can remember. Only you can remember, nobody else. Are you listening? Energetically listening? because this is what you're being asked, is like, you're wanting to know about dream state, because I've even had the question there a week or so ago. And this is why I think this is coming up, because a lot of people are starting to question their dreams now, is that they are a reflection of your waking world. In your dream state, you could say, I've got the most weirdest of dreams, right? So what I used to do was I used to go and look up under dreammoods.net, I think it is, or doc, I don't, dream moods anyway. And I'm telling you, they made a lot of sense, because your dream state is telling you how to heal, fix, transmute the energy in your waking life. That's what's there for. But are you listening? Because if you were saying, I want to remember my dreams, I want to know what they're all about, are you listening? Are you paying attention? Now, it's a bit like inspired action. Do you know when sometimes you get that thought and you go, oh, I should be doing this. And then like 2 seconds later, it's gone. You're like, what was I saying? What was that about? You need to have something to write it down. There will be times when I now specifically remember certain parts of it. And I've gone to look up and I'm like, whoa, yeah, that makes sense for me. Now I understand where I am and what I'm doing in my waking life. Get it. Anything I need to fix from that, this is what this part is about, okay? So that's okay, not a problem. But you have to either write it down or take a voice clip or whatever it is for yourself, so that you remember, it. And that's why people keep hold of dream journals at the bed and stuff like that, to write it down, because it supports your waking life. Yeah. But what you're being asked is, are you listening? Are you listening to this? Because the whole purpose of your dream state is to remember who you are. It's to remember who you are, where you came from, why you're on this planet, and what you can do to help you to evolve. That can also then help other people to evolve. That's what's there. That's what the dream state is about. It's your consciousness. That's what you're here for. So are you listening? Do I have a final message? Because we've been on for nearly an hour now. So do we have a final message for people? Do I have a final message for people? Do you know what? Yes, from these cards, and I do not know why I did not have them out to begin with, but let's get them out now. Final message about the dream state and sacred rest. So hopefully you understand about sacred rest. If your body is telling you to rest, you rest, and do not feel guilty about it. If you feel guilty about it, it's something within you that you need to go back and heal. Your dream state is there to help you to remember time is non-existent in your dream state. You are consciousness. You have everything there at your hand, energy, whatever, hands, in your dream state. You know what I'm trying to say, in your dream state. So it's like everything is there for you. You'll remember everything in your dream state. But when you wake up, do you want to remember? Do you want to listen? Do you want to hear what is happening? Okay, so final message before we go is, I remember, and I'll say this as a human being now, is I remember pulling a card for myself a few times and it was like, you're not for everyone. And I was like, all right, okay, what does that mean? And I'm like, okay, I'm not for everyone. And that's okay. And what that means to me now is that I know I'm here to create change in my life, which will create change in the life of others around me. And obviously, because I'm online, potentially for people in other worlds. See now, what? In other countries? Another world. Maybe I am here for like changing the energy on other worlds. Whoa, that's just come through live, hasn't it? Anyway, it's so funny because look what I got. Wisely, it's like, yeah. Okay. So what was I even saying? I can't even remember now. Oh my gosh. Final message. I am not for everyone. So this is where I feel like we hold ourselves back, because I probably did that for a long time. Held myself back, worrying about what people said, what they thought, what they put up as a comment or anything like that. And I'm like, do you know what? I know why I'm here now. I remember everything? No. Do I have a good knowledge or knowing when I pull the cards about certain subjects, certain I'll tell you as well, one thing. I remember somebody asked me to pull cards on what the pyramids were about, and I was like, ah, tell me about the pyramids. What's going on? This is before news and everything else said anything about it. And unfortunately, I didn't record it because it was just for this one person. And they were like, I spoke to them on the phone as I pulled the cards, but he wrote it down and he passed it on to somebody who actually works with the pyramid energy. And he came back to me and he said, where'd you get your information from? And I went, I don't freaking know. It's just in the cards. Like I just see it. I just feel it. Or it just comes through to me. I don't know where I get the information from. It just comes through. Yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm trying to say. I know I'm here for these things. I always felt that my card channel, my white butterfly 1111 that you're on now, is basically, I was like, I don't want to be the same as every other oracle card or tarot card reader out there. That is not me. I know I am different. I'm not here for, oh yeah, you're going to have 10 kids and you're going to get married in July. Or no, that is not me. That does not help you. So basically, I was like, I will only do a reading with somebody if they are prepared to work on themselves, or they want to know how to work on themselves or what they do. That's okay. Which is why I'm getting Wise Leader, and which is why I'm being drawn to do things like this now. So like I said on the live last week, I feel like my channel, this one, is going to change slightly. I am still going to be the teacher of the owl method, because I want you to be able to do this too. I want you to be able to pick up a pack of oracle cards and be like, okay, what's the question I've got today? Let's pull out my book. What's the question I've got today? Where do I need to offer myself more kindness today? Okay, and pull a card and figure it out via the owl method. That's why I'm here to teach you. But I'm also here to teach you that you can remember who you are, and you do not need anything external to yourself. The cards help me to get the information through. That's my tool. That's what I use. But everything is in there intuitively. You have a knowing within you. We all do. Are you willing to remember it? Are you willing to listen? That was the card. Now, I know I'm here to be the leader and the support or the teacher or the mentor for people. That's okay. That's my role. That's what I'm going to do and to support people with. I've also got, though, for people is some people, how am I going to word this one? There's a bridge between, I suppose you could say, the waking state and the dream state. And it's a very, very narrow bridge. And it's like, I'm feeling like some of you are that scared that it's that narrow, and it looks so long and far away that you feel like you're going to be stuck at one side forever. And I suppose this is not just about the dream to waken, the waking to dream state and vice versa. I feel like this is the ladder to remembering who you are. Because what I see in the world at the moment is like, what is going on in the world and blah, blah, blah. That does not come into my environment because it does not resonate with me. I've gone past that stuff. And this is the thing, the more we focus on the things that like are potentially classed as bad, not saying anything like, I know what's going on in the world, okay? But if you keep focusing on that, your energy goes where focus, energy flows where focus goes. Energy flows where focus goes, which means that if you keep focusing on the things that are potentially bad, they will still be in your life. I do not see that. I have a friend who would phone up and go, what do you think of this? Or what? Or another friend that will be like, oh, have you seen that? And I'm like, no. because it's not in my remittance. It's not in my environment. It's not in my aura, because I do not want that for this world, which is why I am different than everybody else. So there is a narrow pathway, and it's a very small pathway, and that pathway, oh no, I'm being told it's between 4D and 5D. There you go. It's a very narrow gap that you have to push through, and this is what people call the dark night of the soul. And when you push past that, things will start changing for you. But most of the time we go, oh, I can't do that. Get through that. Release those emotions. Stand up and be like, do you know what? I'm not letting that BS come into my life anymore. It's a choice. It's an intention. It's like, what do you choose for your life? So to summarize it, this is saying your waking life or your dream state is a reflection of your waking life, how powerful you are and what you can do. You just have to make a choice and listen. Guys, there will be another one next week. I'm not 100% sure what time, but we will do another one next week. If you've got any ideas of questions or anything like that, if not, the Galactic are just going to come through and say, this is what people need to know. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.